As far as CHRICED, this non-governmental organization is concerned, the fight, whether if you're in support of Fubara or in support of Wike or the Assembly people, if you may, none covers the interests of the Rivers people. I'd like you to react to this.
But that is the truth. It's not this. Whatever that has played out is not for the common good of Rivers people. It's for the protection of those who are still enjoying government facilities, incentive, as we're discussing. Not just, okay, we did not know how it was like a speculation for the of us who are in the media to know that, oh, there will be a meeting in Abuja. Now, nobody knew what would be the item or the agenda of the meeting. But unfortunately, we saw the resolutions, how it had been signed. And whatever we have seen is not for the common good. Whatever that was discussed in that agenda was not for the common good. It's just for the selected people. Oh, protect them. Nobody talks about the protection of the common man. Ordinarily, that should have been a phrase. Consider the people while running your government in Rivers State. But that was not part of it. Rather, what was done was protect those that who have in a way gone against the law. Protect those who are defected to another party. Let them be there. You be there. Not minding the danger. There's a hate that you have left me as a wife and you want me to be cooperating with you. How? You have become another person's wife and I will still be working with you in the same house. Naturally, it is not healthy. It will give room to a lot of dangerous development that will in turn cause more harm to the common people of Rivers State, which I am part of. We may not understand whatever that was discussed there in Abuja was not for the common man. Yes, we may be talking of peace, that if the two elephants will fight, the common man will still suffer. But what about the interest of the common man not being protected in that agenda? The laws were not discussed there. None of them quoted in the resolution, quoted the law of the land to support the agenda that were in the resolution. It was not there. All they say, go and do this, go and do that, return everybody back. What about the common man? That was not so. What he said is true. No protection of the common man.
All right.
Even to agree to emancipate the common man from the mental slavery. That was not there. They are enslaving the common man mentally, so that you don't even have rights that I'm discussing now. Those some people who may be listening to me now may be angry with me. What do I know to say about Rivers State? What do I know to say about Nigeria? As if those who are now standing with the position of ruling me are better than me.
All right, here is another angle before we leave the issue on Rivers State for now. He said Wike, Fubara, Truce are against the rule of law.
That's true.
Now, back to the Truce, we talked about it earlier. Then I've spoken to several legal practitioners, and the question I've always had on my mind, since I saw the pact, is this: what exactly is in these lists that represents the rule of law?
What?
Initially, I asked a question about the Constitution of Nigeria, how this is looking like it may have been jettisoned. Similar thing was seen in those states where the consideration wasn't given based on what the Constitution says about the situation. In this particular instance, the consideration was not so given about what was said in the suit, in the situation. Are we looking at running a mafia state in Nigeria?
Well, if I don't want to go into the mafia in a way is not common in Nigeria. But we are
trying. Is it common anywhere?
No, yeah, it's common, sir. I've read about the mafia laws and the rest. I've read about this. The truth that, like you said, they are introducing it. They are introducing mafia law or leadership in our system, which you don't have any right to say what is happening is wrong. For me, as a person, I feel that democracy gives room for people to express themselves, and you use the law of the land to also direct how things should be done. Like you said, yes, when this thing came up on Monday night, till then, it has generated all manner of reactions. Some will say, oh, they are father and father and son matter. Not now. We're talking government of Rivers State, government of Nigeria. See, let me tell you, around 2008, there about 2009, when Barack Obama was the president of the United States of America, there was Hurricane Katrina in America. Precisely New Orleans. You know, New Orleans is the southern part of America. Something happened. Obama delayed his visit to New Orleans to know what actually happened there as the issue of devastation of the Hurricane Katrina. What we may call chairman of council here, the county council, the chairman of that place. When Obama came later, the council chairman, like I would say in Nigeria, reacted angrily to Obama. Say, people are dying, it is now you are coming. Your coming is belated. But here in Nigeria, can you even talk to a governor like that? Can the county chairman talk to a governor like that? Can a governor even talk to a president that my people are dying and you are there in Abuja watching people dying, like the man said also? There is hardship in the land. As we're discussing today, no presidential statement against the cash scarcity in Nigeria now as I'm talking to you. Yesterday, we went to bank to look for 20,000 naira. They said the only thing they will give to us is 10,000 naira. And thank God for the central bank who went to Supreme Court to say, let the old money go side by side in terms of transaction in Nigeria. But some people now are scuttling that pronouncement by the Supreme Court. And today there is scarcity of funds.
All right.
In Nigeria, and we've not had any statement from the presidency that those who are doing this should be brought to book or sanctioned. That has to be done. But when it involves political situation about subsidizing people, you will see how speedy they will call for a meeting to protect those who are highly placed. For those who are not highly placed, we are not protected.
Now, let's wrap this up from this angle. Between the obedience to the Constitution of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, and obedience to the President of Nigeria and his supporters, what should be the priority of a sitting governor who has the executive powers to administer over a state?
Let me tell you without missing words. A governor should obey the law of the land. I'm not saying he cannot seek advice from the president, but the governor has to obey the law of the land. But that law is what takes them in there. It's not about who is there. Whatever governor, whoever you are as the governor, what protects you is the law. But sometimes some of them feel ignorance of the law. When their personal interest is at stake, they put the law aside. But whatever we are discussing, whether the election was done properly or not properly, it was also guided by law. So the government should obey the law of the land. The president of the nation should obey the law of the land. When laws are not used and you use your own sentiment, what are you doing? You want to destroy the polity. You want to destroy the society. So for me, like you've asked, the government should obey the law of the land. The constitution of Nigeria, which people, the law will say, the law will call Ogwuonuonu. So that we can have peace. Because when we make reference to the laws and the laws are not obeyed, of what importance are the laws to us?
So when now you say the governor should obey the laws of the land, it should be his prerogative.
That is it.
To obey the laws of the land. If he should go ahead to obey the laws of the land,
yeah,
and risk his seat as the governor,
risk his seat
because powers are given to people and people can use power to their advantage. We have seen this play out on several fronts. So if the governor should, in the interest of the people have my backing, and decide to say, okay, I'm going to follow whatever the Constitution said and not whatever was said in that peace pact, paint a better picture for us of what becomes of him with this fight and all that may play out beyond his reach.
Let me tell you something. I didn't mean the commissioners who resigned against the obnoxious policies of Governor Fubara. I would have applauded him. Like what happens when I was a boy in those days in the village of Ebukuma. A man called Dr. Demanding Inspiration. from what I gathered, resigned his appointment as Commissioner of Health in Rivers State because of some certain issues going wrong in government. So for me, as you are just asked, ordinarily, the governor supposed to be for the people, and the people supposed to be for the governor. Where laws are obeyed, let me tell you also, governor can resign his appointment by virtue of citizen protest. Are you aware? But it doesn't happen in Nigeria. As of last year, November, governor of New York resigned his position as a governor. So when I heard that the commissioner resigned in Rivers State, it's supposed to be, oh, I don't like what the governor is doing. Not that there was a drum beating for them somewhere for them to resign. It will be obnoxious, illegal policies, maladministration, that is even anti-people that should give him for resignation of anybody. Not that we are hearing of political interest, that I'm not this person. So for me, ordinarily, Governor Fubara should be protected by all, both the citizens and the law. And that's why we have what they call immunity clause. The people can make him to even lose immunity clause. Maybe some folks don't understand. And then we have to be enlightened and conscious of what we are doing in our society. But what we don't understand is that our society is bedeviled with parochial interests that is alien to even laws of the land, to our constitution. Because today what we're discussing now, they are alien to our constitution. Somebody will just sit down in a beer parlor because he's a governor, he's a this and that, and say, look, I'll set aside the constitution. And nobody will tell you, Mr. Governor, what you are doing is wrong. Mr. President, what you are doing is wrong.